I've been decisive and shrugged off to procrastination and finally sold some shares that I should have done a couple of weeks ago. If you've been following along, you might be surprised by me telling you that I am a bit cautious when it comes to buying and selling shares, and that's my downfall. If you're new to this channel and you've not come across me before, and I think many of you are, then what I started to do about 18 months ago is invest £200 no more in the Trading 212 platform, and I'm buying and selling shares up to the value of £50 no more. And when they go £2 positive, I sell them and accrue the gains. And if you are new to this channel and you want to follow up along and watch me either succeed or fail, then all you have to do is click the subscribe button down there and you can join along and follow along my journey of trading with 212. What I often do is buy a share and watch it go up, up, up and in value and think that because it's going up, it'll continue to go up, only to find the very next morning when I should have sold the night before, it plummets right down and I'm back to square one. And what then tends to happen, it sits on that low number for ages and ages and ages. I'm not able to sell. But what I decided to do this week, when I saw those shares go up, first thing in the morning, I thought that was the right time to sell. And what I'll do, I will show you exactly what I did on my account now, and you can see exactly what I did and why I sold them and how I did it. And hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Here we are on my account, and this morning I sold my Diageo shares for £3.15, and I sold my BP shares for £3.60, and that's £6.75. And my strategy is when I get to £2 or above, I sell them and accrue the gains. Let's have a look at these shares. So here's the BP shares, and I bought these shares at the end of October, on the 31st of October. We're right down here. I'd noticed that they dropped right down. I thought that was a great opportunity to buy them. And since I bought them, they've sort of gone up here, which is where I should have sold them originally, but I didn't. I procrastinated. I didn't sell them. I thought they'd go up again. And then they dropped down. So had I sold them there, I could have bought them back a couple of days later in the middle of November. Then they've steadily climbed and they got to this point. Once again, I should have sold them and I didn't. And they've dropped down again. And finally, since this morning, they've gained a bit more, and then they've gone up to the sort of level that I wanted to sell, where I was making my gains. And I should have sold those a week or two ago or sometime in November, and I would have then been able to reinvest that money and potentially make more. So that was my downfall with BP. Very similar thing, or not quite a similar thing, but a very similar things happened to Diageo. So I bought these back in November, at the end of October, I should say, and I spotted that they were really good value. So once I bought these, they were sort of sat in the doldrums, not really doing anything. And then eventually, over the last couple of days, they started to pick up in value. And this morning, and I don't know why, because I've had a look and I couldn't work out why, might be the fact that Guinness sales are through the roof at the moment. They've jumped right up. So I managed to sell them when they was right up here this morning at 8:30 in the morning. And I've obviously accrued those gains. So really, the moral of this story is if you see your shares gain, if you see them going up in value, it's time to sell. And don't be like me and don't procrastinate and don't think for one minute that because your shares have gone up, they're going to keep going up, because that rarely happens. And sell them while you have the opportunity. So here I am on my account, and in my last video I was sitting at 324.35, and now I'm at 324.05, and that's despite me banking my gains. It just shows you what's happened. So generally, what's going on? Why am I not making the gains that I really want? Well, GSK has dropped by 0.5% today. Shell's gone up by 0.5% with the oil shares tends to go up. Legal and General 0.5% down. Taylor Wimpey, I was hoping, I've got a bet on that they're going to do well. They've gone 0.5% down, but PHP have gone up by 1.5%, and it just shows you that you just can't tell shares. They go up and down. It's really random. But despite the fact that I haven't made many gains as such since my last video. I'm really pleased that my account is slowly inching upwards all the time. It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and eventually I'll make that £400 mark. That's my aim. Thank you very much indeed for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video and hope you've got something out of it. If you did, why not give it a like? Once again, thanks very much indeed for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheerio.